everyone, it's me Robyn and welcome back to my channel. So I actually have no idea when this is going up, but there's a good chance that when this is going up I'm 18 and it will have already been my birthday, which is actually crazy because it's the 22nd while I'm filming this and I've pre-filmed quite a few videos. So I'm probably 18 by the time you're watching this, which is actually insane. I actually can't believe it. Like I still really can't believe it, but yeah, I will be vlogging my birthday, which is really exciting. So yeah, that will either have already been up or coming very, very soon because it's in 4 days, guys, it's in 4 days. I'm actually so over the moon about it, it's actually crazy. So, I am filming a video today, which I have done before, but I can't remember how long ago it was. It must have been about a year. And to be honest, I think, let me have a look. How long, okay, answering your assumptions. Yes, so that was an 18-minute long video and I'm pretty sure that I even said to some of my friends, can you write some assumptions in? Because I didn't have enough to film a video and I really, really wanted to film the video. So I put in a Facebook group, because I'm in a couple of them with like YouTube. Like, this is what I wrote. So I wrote, hey everyone, please help me out for a YouTube video I'm filming, responding to assumptions about me. I would love if you guys could leave some for me. I'm going to attach some photos and you can be as brutal as you want, thanks in advance. And oh my goodness, people were brutal, let's just say that. So it's good because it makes for a good video. But so I'm going to insert the photos on the screen that I actually put up. So there's that one of me smiling at a ice hockey game. There's another one of me smiling. I did just realise that they are all of me smiling, so it does look a little bit fake, but it's just because I'm smiling in all my photos. There's ice skating, there's me in my car, there's me in, I don't actually know where that is. There's me on the beach, and then there's me on a paddleboard. So they're the ones that I put out. And yeah, let's just get straight into this. It's exciting, but it's kind of scary because it makes me realise, like, oh my god, do people actually think that about me? I know this is literally people, these are people who don't even know me at all. They are literally just judging off of the photos. So that's kind of even better, I think, for an assumptions video, because obviously if I got you guys to give me assumptions, you kind of know me. Because obviously if you've been watching me for a while, then you do know my personality, so it's a little bit different. I mean, you might still think some of these things, but let's just answer them. They're about 70. Obviously I'm not going to read them all out. So the first one is, you can do a handstand. That is actually true, I can do a handstand. I was going to say, should we try it out, but there's actually no room in here for me to try it out. I could do it on my bed. Should we try it on my bed? It's not going to happen, but we'll try. Okay, it's hard to do a handstand on a bed. Oh my goodness, I just fell flat on my face. But you know, why does it look like I've been crying? Oh well. You were / are very popular in high school, so I obviously left school. I was not at all. I mean, I had a lot of friendship groups and I had a lot of friends, but I wasn't like in the popular group, you know? Kind of wish I was, I always wanted to be, but no I wasn't. You're adventurous, that is definitely true. Love a good adventure. You smile a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's true, isn't it, guys? Someone said you were born at a very young age. No kidding. Oh, this one. So someone said, not meant to be rude, I promise. So obviously they do feel a bit bad. Simply based on your pictures, I'd assume you're constantly hit on. With YouTube and TikTok, yeah, but not like in real life, you know? You're very familiar with Instagram and TikTok, that's true. And you're probably not used to having to work hard for things. Well, that is actually the most untrue thing in the world. I mean, I work hard. I really do work hard. It's really sad that people actually think these things, but they are literally just basing it off of a photo, so it's literally fine. Right, and then the next one is, someone said, so that someone sent in 4, so I'm going to read all 4. You never had to take consequences for your actions. Well, that's not true. if I had to describe your personality, I'd say pumpkin spice. See, I don't really get what that means. Like, does that literally mean that I'm like that typical like Starbucks girl? Because I hadn't tried a pumpkin spice until this year, so I don't think that really counts, does it? You claim to be a social media influencer, but you only have 600 followers. This one actually made me laugh because I've never actually referred to myself as a social media influencer. But when people say like, what's your job? Obviously I do say like, oh, I do YouTube. I don't say yet I'm a YouTuber. I think I'll say that when it gets to like 10,000 subscribers. So subscribe so I can say that. Imagine if I'm actually at 5,000 subscribers while I'm filming this, because I'm very, very close. I mean, while you're watching this, because I'm like 100 away while I'm filming this. But yeah, I don't claim to be that, and I don't only have 600 followers, so. And the last one was you have to Snapchat your food before you eat it. That's so not true. I don't take photos of my food unless I'm at a fancy restaurant and I want to like remember it. And then I think this is actually the same guy who's just written more. Obviously I'm not putting names out because some of them are a little bit brutal. But so this one said, you're a diehard sports fan. Now I assume he's assuming that because of the photos of me on a paddleboard and at the ice hockey game, but I'm not like a diehard sports fan at all. I mean, I watch the Olympics and I watch the Winter Olympics obviously, but that's about it. I don't like, I mean, I like doing sport, but I don't necessarily go to the games. I only went to ice hockey because my friend was like, let's go. Yeah. You think running to Target 10 minutes before they close is an adventure. Well, I obviously don't know what Target is. I mean, I know what Target is, but I don't live in America. I don't think it's in England, is it? A man can't ask you the time without you thinking he's hitting on you. This one annoyed me because that's not true. A man could ask me a lot more than that without me thinking he's hitting on me. I'm actually completely the opposite. I would think that someone was just being friendly when they actually were hitting on me. I'm the complete opposite. Your group of friends were fat and ugly to elevate your prettiness even more. How rude is that? I mean, obviously they haven't seen my friends or anything. I think that's so mean to predict that. I would not be friends with people just to make myself look prettier. That's really weird. This one as well. This is the same guy again, oh my goodness. So, he said, my dad is a cop / lawyer is in your top 5 most used phrases right after do you know who my dad is. I never ever talk about my dad. I don't live with my dad. I don't, oh, why do people assume this just because I'm like smiling in photos? It really like stresses me out. I wish I knew like what their thought process behind this was. And then every single piece of clothing you own is top brand. Well, example, this top right here, I saw it first. No it's not, it's PLT. This little bodysuit, joggers are, I saw it first. This is outfit probably comes to about £10. I'm not joking. I think he's thinking though, because in the first photo I had a Louis Vuitton jacket on, so I guess that's all he can go off. There were a lot of these. So someone said you definitely look like the rich popular girl that everyone wants to be friends with. The friendly one that smiles at everyone in the corridor. Now that is true because I smile at everyone. If I'm walking past an old man in the street, I will smile at him, and more often than not they look at me like, what? But sometimes I get a smile back and that's nice. But yeah, I'm not rich. I don't know where that comes from, and I'm not, well, I might be a bit more popular now because I'm at college, but I wasn't ever like popular. I was never that typical rich popular girl. And I don't think everyone wanted to be friends with me. And then someone said, this isn't an assumption, it's a fact. You support the worst ice hockey team in the league. I was like, rude. Because obviously I don't really support them. I literally just went to go watch them because I am not a diehard sports fan. Oh, that was funny. Someone said you were born on your birthday. And no kidding. Which is very soon, by the way. I actually can't believe it. You drink coffee with almond milk. That is not true. And I don't even drink coffee anymore. This is actually a tea. And I've never tried almond milk, but to be honest, I mean, everyone raves about it, so I guess it might actually be quite nice, but I've never ever tried it. This one, I'm not gonna lie, was a little bit weird. And he did later say that it's because I looked like a girl he used to know, which is probably what a lot of people are going off. If they see a typical blonde haired girl with blue eyes and who smiles a lot, you generally do think like, oh, she's popular. You know, in the films you always see like these blonde haired girls. Sorry, I was a bit of a cold. So yeah, this person said, I'm going to assume that you've intentionally eaten bugs and insects before. No, I haven't. But he did say, I'd love to see the video when you make it. And yeah, that apparently I look like someone he used to know back in college, so fair enough. This one's very similar to the old one. Insta eats your food first and then you do. No, again, I don't post my food on Instagram or Snapchat. Right, someone said you live in an expensive neighbourhood next to the school. Now this is hard because obviously, I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but I've lived in about 5 different houses. The one I'm in currently is absolutely nowhere near where I go to college. And the one before, let me just think. I've lived like 40 minutes away from my school before, which was horrible. And it wasn't an expensive neighbourhood. I don't think I've ever lived in like an expensive neighbourhood. Fair enough. Now mine's a little bit more, I don't really know the word for it, like private, but it's not like, I just don't want to say this without sounding really like, I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm not rich. We just live in a nice house, in a nice area, but it's nowhere near my school. I mean, it's like 25 minutes away, I don't know. So yeah, I don't think that's true. And then I got a nice one. Woo! You honestly look like a normal girl living a regular life who might also get out and enjoy herself, perhaps travel from time to time. Nothing too crazy. That one is true. I like that one. I'm a normal person, okay? I'm completely normal, I think. Maybe a little bit not there sometimes. But living a regular life, definitely. Of course, that is exactly what it is. Why do people assume all these crazy things? Look pretty and smart. Well, thank you. I mean, that's not really something I can answer. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, I'm so pretty. Like, obviously everyone has their insecurities. But smart, it really depends what you classify as smart, to be honest. I wouldn't say that I'm like, okay, I'm like book smart-ish, but I'm not like street smart. So like, I have no common sense basically, but if you gave me an English paper, I'd get a high grade on it. It's really weird, isn't it? But yeah. So I did actually upload what I got for my GCSEs. I'll link it if I remember up here, or just go search for it if you actually want to know. And then someone said, beautiful, thank you. I'd say popular and has money, but your smile says you're down to earth and not snobby. I love this one. And then she said, good luck with your video. Your smile says that you're down to earth and not snobby. I love this, because then it's like, oh, you look popular and you look like you have money, but you don't flaunt it. That's what I like. I don't actually have. I'm not rich. I don't know why people think I'm rich all the time. Like, maybe for my age I've done well, but that's because I've worked for it, you know? Right, and then I got, my assumption is that you are / were popular or preppy. So I get a lot of this, you were popular. I don't know why people are thinking that. Even though you're smiling in the photos, it seems a little bit intimidating to me. That's what I meant by, I think I may have actually put too many. Like those girls who are very nice and funny with their friends, but they're mean to strangers or girls they don't like. That is not true. Someone said my hair's, she said my hair's pretty though, so that was nice. But yeah, I'm not mean to anyone. As I said, I literally smile in the street. If someone's horrible to me, I'll just start crying. I'm not like the kind of girl to confront people. And then she also said, it looks like you're someone who is pretty happy and laughs a lot. That's quite true. I'm quite content. My tea is getting so cold. I don't know if you guys know, but I went off coffee, and I've been off coffee since January 1st. That's like 50 days. I think it's like 55 days. The next one. I assume you're athletic, but maybe that's obvious. So from the photos I posted, I guess that was a little bit clear. That is true. I assume you have a good family and friend support system because you look so happy. That's definitely true. My best friend Jasmine, shout out Jasmine, she's probably not watching this, but I'll go over to my Instagram. Oh no, she's on private. I was gonna say, you could all go like, hey Jasmine, show her some love. She's amazing. I talk to her about everything. I'll like cry down the phone to her. And I have a few other friends who I would do that with, but not like loads, a handful. I have a nice little group of friends. You'll meet them on my birthday. You might have already met them. How crazy. Okay, and my mum. I talk to my mum about everything, and obviously my nana. And I'm not meaning to like leave people out intentionally. I just mean my mum and my nana I talk to a lot of things about. There's preppy to people, but you're actually nice. A lot of people have used that word. Honestly, that's not something that really gets thrown around in England, unless I've missed something. Does that just mean like, the way I think of it, when someone says preppy, sorry, I'm literally holding my Fitbit because I didn't want to put it on. Preppy, right, it just means like, doesn't preppy just mean like you dress rich? Is that even right? I mean, I'm gonna look it up. Preppy meaning? Person resembling a pupil in dress or appearance. Right, so like either trying to look expensive or you are from an expensive background, I guess. A lot of people have said it, but you're actually really nice. That's nice. Okay. You're a sassy girl, but at the same time you're compassionate and you care a lot about the people around you. I'm not like, I mean, okay, my close people might say that I'm a bit sassy. Not in a bad way. I mean, maybe. Just sometimes if someone says something, I'm like, I'll say something. I'm only sassy to the people close to me. Like, I wouldn't be to a stranger, if that makes sense. You look like you binge watch Dear John forwards and backwards. I do love Dear John, I'm not gonna lie. And apparently I'd say, I cuss, as in like curse. I don't say that, and I actually don't swear. Like ever, unless I like banged my head or something, then it comes out naturally, but I actually don't. You were a bully in middle school, / bullied. No, that's not true. I wasn't bullied and I wasn't a bully, so I'm gonna count myself lucky there. Tell me that you're Canadian without telling me you're Canadian. And the last one is the fact that you probably drink a lot of Starbucks. Well, I don't drink a lot of Starbucks. I might have like one every 2 months if I'm walking past Starbucks and I fancy a drink. But I don't really like spending my money, and I know that might sound weird, but to me, a drink, I can get a drink at home. What is the point in spending £5 on a Starbucks? So I don't really, and I'm not Canadian. Everyone always says to me, you're either Swedish or Canadian, and I do not understand that, but yeah. You like roller skating. Okay, I do like roller skating. Not the best at it. I mean, I'm all right, but I'm better at ice skating, I think. Someone said, I want to be mean, but I can't find anything to say, and they looked really sad about that, so that was nice. I guess because I said be brutal, everyone was actually so brutal. Someone said you don't seem like a safe driver. Now, I am a safe driver. I'm very safe when it comes to actually driving because that's my life and other people's lives at risk. I'm just quite a clumsy person generally, so it seems like I would be a bit chaotic on the road, but I'm not. So yeah. Then someone said, you enjoy getting out and doing fun things. Sorry, I can't be mean when someone looks this happy. See, that's nice. And I think everyone else thought that I said basically be mean, but I didn't mean be mean. I meant like, be brutal if there is something you notice. But yeah, apparently everyone took that the wrong way. And then someone said, and this person was a little bit rude. It's all about you. You take 1,000 selfies and when the attention wears off, like a fix for a drug addict, you seek more. I mean, he's not saying I'm addicted to drugs, he's just saying I'm addicted to attention, I guess. Facebook is just not a platform for you. It's your stage, as you did not receive this kind of attention when you were young. You had a self-esteem problem. You had a self-esteem problem that went unnoticed as a child. None of this is true. I take a fair few amount of selfies because it's my job, and I post them on Instagram, obviously, because that's what Instagram is. Like, Instagram is literally made for you to take photos and post them. So, yeah. Who knows? And a lot of people liked that comment, so I guess a lot of people thought that. And then this was nice. Happy-go-lucky and life of the party, but something tells me you have some pain very few people know about. Ooh. I mean, obviously people have their secrets that they don't like telling people. I wouldn't say I have pain that very few people know about. I'm quite open. If I'm upset, I'll be open about it. I mean, obviously my YouTube don't know every single thing, but like the people close to me do. Happy-go-lucky and life of the party. I'd say that's quite true. I'm not saying that I'm like the life of the party. Like in my friend group, I'm probably one of the most outgoing. Like I tend to be the one that the conversation revolves around without meaning to. Like, because I'm so stupid. Like, because I am so like, I come out with the most stupid things sometimes, and then, you know, I don't really know how to describe it, but yeah. And then, okay, someone said, your photos look very perfectly curated and you look very young, which sort of makes me think that you feel heavy pressure to make your life appear perfect, and that maybe you experienced bullying in high school at some point. But I saw a really nasty one above, and I wish but I saw a really nasty one above that I wish was more empathetic, so please ignore anything. Oh yeah, okay, so they obviously read another message. Just live, baby girl. I like that one a lot. That girl seems really, really sweet. Again, I wasn't bullied, but I don't try to make my life seem perfect. I'm quite honest, to be honest. I'm quite honest, to be honest, when when something's gone wrong. And yeah, on my Instagram, I would just say, someone said you give me sport girl vibes, but also horse girl vibes. So no, definitely sport girl. I'm not a horse girl. Never. I mean, I think I rode one. Definitely not a horse girl though. You can't get a good tan to save your life. I'll insert a few photos. In summer, I'm a lot more tan than I am now, so I would say I get a tan. Not necessarily a good tan, but I do think I get a tan. You come from a wealthy background. Nope, that's not true. People really like to assume things, don't they? No, I don't. You need to work out. You need to work out for a smaller waist downwards. Someone literally said you need to work out. What? That's so mean. I said assumptions about my personality, and they're gonna go and say that I need to work out more. That's so mean. Oh well. This one, okay, we're getting really, really close to the end now. This person said, I really don't want to get my channel cancelled. Obviously I'm not including names anyway, so it's okay. Okay, you appear to be extremely narcissistic and egocentric. No matter what the subject of your content is, it probably revolves entirely around you. You do this for the clout and nothing else. That's not true, because it's just not true. I started in lockdown because I was bored. And why would I do TikTok if I was doing it for the money? Because TikTok doesn't pay. I mean, it pays minimal amounts. Content revolves around you. A lot of my content revolves around clothing, shoes. This video quite revolved around me, but that's it. I don't normally post videos like this. People like them though. People like yourself are everything that is wrong with the general influencing vlogger community. Cheers. Doesn't know me, but it's okay. So wrong, in fact, that I postponed my channel for almost 3 years because I didn't want to be associated with the rest of you attention seekers. So he's just called me an attention seeker for making this video. Sorry, my battery did just die, but oh well. Okay, we're getting like really close to the end. Oh, I think that was actually the last like proper, okay, there's a few like other ones. It's a lot of people at the bottom just saying I'm so disgusted by these comments. I did say be brutal, so I don't blame them. Your smile is fixed always. That's kind of true. It just, my face kind of just stays like this, and then I'll just like talk, but it still always looks like I'm smiling. People do actually say that to me, like it always looks like I'm very happy. You can always tell if I'm not in a good mood. Like if I'm in a really, really bad mood, you can really tell. Because I'm not smiling. And then this is the last one. Finish on just a normal assumption rather than these horrible ones. I doubt you spend much time consuming media like TVs and gaming. Yeah, I guess that's true actually. Because I mean I watch some films and I watch like TV shows, but I don't game, so yeah. Oh, hang on, I just got one. It just came in like just now, so I am gonna just read that one as well. Another person saying you support the wrong ice hockey team. Oh, okay. In seriousness, I think your likes and interests are family centric. That's quite true. Like, you have a lot of personality traits that are derived from parents. That's her assumption. So yeah, my mum, I mean, I kind of like a lot of things that she likes. So I guess that is true. Yeah, that is actually the end of today's video. That was a long one. I'm surprised people think that badly of me, like just from a photo of me smiling. Who knows? I wonder what they'll think of me after this video. I would love to, you know what, I'll send them the video after and be like, yep, just uploaded it, and then see what they reply. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of people being like, exactly what I thought. I don't mean to give off those vibes or anything like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, because I did not. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and please do subscribe because it means the world to me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!